Hello, this is Warpath 1985 speaking. If you don't recall from earlier in my channel, I did a special event known as 12 Days of War, a parody of the 12 Days of Christmas, but in this case it's involving toys, internal action figures, and the lead up to my Christmas special on the 24th, or maybe 25th, just depends on on my upload schedule, that is. Besides that, in this case, I'll be talking about Master Universe, Origins, figures and vehicles. Or not such a normal Master Universe, that is. In general, the last one I did was mostly about G.I. Joe figures and vehicles. And I wanted to change it up each year by reviewing different toy lines, etc. I might do Transformers next year, maybe Lego, not really sure. It just depends what I want to really do or what I have never reviewed. I do have a lot of ideas if I want to do a Transformer one, might be about Dinobots, maybe, not really sure. Or maybe a Separatist versus the Republic when it comes to Lego stuff, or even no more Star Wars stuff. It just depends if I have the stuff here or not, whatever. The point is that in this first edition to 12 Days of War 2024 version, as we're discussing the Master Universe Origins Roton. Now, the Master Universe Origins Roton was released about 2 years ago, and because of that, it's very unique. It comes to most vehicles on the Origins toy line, because most of the vehicles that came out, I believe, after 2020 through 2021, just shelf-warmed to obliteration, best to describe it. The Strider and Talon Fighter, most of the various the Night Stalker, what was it called again? It was the name escapes me. The Collector, which came out this year, because now they're doing a yearly thing when it comes to releasing vehicles, which is perfectly fine because they realize how much the vehicles just shelf from a lot. It sucks, but whatever. Besides that, the Roton was kind of one of the villain vehicles released during that year, and because of that, it was super popular. That is super popular. Roton is not only popular when it comes to just being a villain or a Master Universe vehicle, that is. It's probably because it was one of the main vehicles that was used most of the time in the Filmation cartoon. Because of that, it can make a very easy pick up for most Master Universe figure collectors, and also occasional army built in some toy enthusiasts collection rooms, etc. Some others here and there, similar to army building, a clone trooper vehicles, etc. In this case, it'd be Rotons, if I recall correctly. But other than that, the Roton itself is very similar to the original one, only different in some areas. That is, I just smacked my microphone on accident. But mostly different in certain areas. Mostly detail-wise. I'll just move these to see these later. Detail-wise, that is a lot more high def when it comes to sticker detail. They're a lot more defined because of certain details, even various computer details and also various engravings. Because the Roton is supposed to be kind of a fierce creature, almost resemble a fierce creature, but this is a vehicle. Most Master Universe vehicles, they're supposed to be weird amalgamations of both animal and machine. In this case, I believe it's supposed to be a weird bat, maybe? I don't know. And mostly just to see it as a weird feline type of cat head. But other than that, it's just a very neat villain vehicle, that is. Besides that, the main gimmick of the Roton is very simple. All you have to basically do is just grab a Master Universe figure, in this case He-Man, to Roton's main weapon, the Saw Blade, which can move both forward and backwards, and whichever way you move the vehicle, either forward and backwards. And you just pretty much cut down your enemies with the Saw Blade. It's a very simple gimmick, and because of that, it's very enjoyable for younger Motu enthusiasts. But in most modern collectors, it kind of felt a little bit annoying because you don't know. That is very loud. It is super loud, in fact. I didn't realize how loud it would actually be since I don't have a original Roton or even like the very controversial Classics one. Because if you don't know, the Classics designer or whatever the guy was, because he doesn't really deserve any recommendations or etc. or credit. He literally stole a guy's art and literally just stole his design, slapped it onto a figure, and sold it to everybody. Which Mattel also did with apparently Duplicate, maybe, or Copycat. I'm not really sure. I can see it as like them being inspired by it because it looks. Because in the Duplicate's case, I can see that. In my personal opinion, that it's such a different like design, but still very much the same like character idea that it just kind of verges on like a little bit plagiarism, but still slightly different to kind of get away with it type of deal. But otherwise, it's just still kind of like scummy. That is. Besides that, the Roton is just very neat. Got two accessories, that is, because unlike the original one, which I believe didn't come with any accessories, if I recall correctly, these little like blasters weren't on the original one, which the blasters themselves are very simple when it comes to design, like most Master Universe weapons. But unlike most Master Universe weapons, but very similar to if you've seen like or collected Transformers figures. The weapons can be removed and also be wielded by the figures themselves, which is pretty cool. This is I'm using Skeletor as a comparison, or as an example. And because of that, you can use them on the Roton by just simply plugging them in here, as seen earlier. I mostly just have the Roton display like kind of like this with the blasters on there, along with the armor bits, which are a direct reference / inspired by the old like Master Universe model kits back from the 80s. Because the Roton model kit came with these little armor bits that would be clipped onto the actual Roton itself, which is pretty cool. The only problem with these armor bits, besides them being somewhat garish looking, I just remember them being very goofy, is that they can easily pop off if you're not careful. Trying to put on there because it's just very simple. Just advice on some various pegs that clip on, always plug into these various ports of our vehicle. Besides that, the armor bits look really cool on the vehicle itself. One problem with it is just they come off very easily, because if the front armor bit here, the face, it comes off, kind of gets caught in the general saw blade and just not very fun. But otherwise, I just displayed it ultimately on my general Master Universe Origins display. Kind of like this with the armor bits on, and have like a figure in there, which in that case I'll show off. Because like most Master Universe Origins vehicles, and general Motu vehicles, that is, you can have a figure be seated in there, and using the little control sticks to pilot your little Roton, and in general cause chaos to trying to plug in there is quite hard. Actually not in, across the tournament. There we go, that's the word I was searching for. For one more final gimmick when it comes to the Roton, that is the unique gimmick of it having a porthole for general plug-on accessories. In this case, I'll be using the Night Stalker's base plate, because In the Origins version, unlike the classic version that is, because I believe the classic version didn't come with it, you could have it be placed on a display stand. Kind of replicate how it was in the cartoon, where it was just a flying vehicle instead of like a hovering vehicle, like in most other media. That is, which is super cool. Kind of works a lot better because of the Night Stalker base plate, because the Night Stalker base plate works well with Night Stalker, but kind of feel like it's super redundant because you kind of have like the Night Stalker be with larger playsets like the Eternity playset, etc. So it just kind of like becomes very redundant. Also, this is supposed to be a Snake Mountain, which is fine. But yeah, it's just, I like it. It works well. It's a very neat gimmick. Is that the only time a vehicle that is will have like a porthole? It won't be probably the last, because I believe yes, I think so. The collector, the newest like cartridge collection, almost the first cartridge collection vehicle that is to come out, also has it, which is pretty cool. Aside from that, back to the review. But yeah, very simple, very neat, and in general, likable. Otherwise, I would recommend this, but oddly enough, the Roton is the only Master Universe Origins vehicle to be not only be still being produced, that is, but also still retain its same price. Because across like most of the Master Universe Origins vehicles, most of them are being like discounted to 50% off, 70, 75, 80, 90 even. With certain vehicles like and creatures like the Strider pretty much being discounted to absolute oblivion. In the Roton's case, because it's so popular that it just still retains a similar price. Because I guess like most retailers realize that, oh, this thing is very popular, so we're just looking at the price on it, which is okay. Because in my opinion, I have like 2 Rotons in my collection. I only have 1 so far because the Roton's like, although yes, I like the Roton. I think the Roton's neat. I'm not basically like many others who was buying like tons of them. But other than that, the Roton is still retains the original price of being like $30, I believe, in like various stores. It is still kind of available, most of them, like Amazon, being a big about Toy Store and a few others, but slowly being like being, what's it to describe it? Phased out. There you go. Slowly being phased out in general, leaving most retailers, which is fine, but it is somewhat a shame if you weren't able to buy one, which is shocking because these things were readily available in most stores. Besides that, that's all for this edition, or day 1 that is, of 12 Days of War. And I shall see you next time in day 2.